Hi there, I'm Dani Henderson, spiritualtherapist.com. I just came back from the most incredible event of my entire life. I've been to many conferences over the years for different things. This conference was called the Galactic and Spiritual Informers Connection. And it was a roundup of legends meaning humans who have gone through the most barbaric, horrific, torturous journeys, spiritual journeys, emotional journeys, physical journeys with on and off planet situations, systems, and civilizations. At this point on this planet, November 2022, the people that don't think they can understand or believe that there are other people from other solar system parts of our solar system, other planets from our universe, those that don't have the ability to accept that, you are now the minority. You are the minority. We are waking up to truths on our planet that we never even imagined could be true, could be real. The conference, the Galactic Spiritual Informers Connection in Orlando from the 21st to the 23rd, just last week and a bit ago, was so legendary, so earth-moving, so beautiful, so pivotal. The dates were pure. The dates were chosen by our brothers and our sisters off planet and on planet. The beings that came, the people that came, there were so many galactics, there were so many humans in resonance with their spiritual selves, their spiritual beingness, their journeys, their questions. In the audience, which was over 950 people, there were people from CIA, FBI, those agencies that I said hello to. Not sure how their Monday morning was after the event. Sir, oh my God, sir, they said this, they said that. Yeah, we did, boo. We did, my love. We did poppet socks. We did. We told the truth. We've been waiting for governments across our planet for many years, from 1938 at a minimum, to tell the truth about our planet, our systems, the people that run it, the beings that run it. And you didn't do your job. You failed. You didn't do your job, Bob, Trevor, Julie. You messed up. You fuffed up. So it's down to us, the people, those of love, those of grace, those with actual experiences, not make-up ones, not the channeling ones, not the I am a spiritual being, follow me. I am this, I am that. Not those ones, but the ones that actually have real-time, real life, real proof, real evidence of their on and off planet excursions and experiences. And this conference was way beyond anything I could ever envision. Yes, I am the one that decided to have it. Yes, I am the one that was so blessed to know all the speakers already. Can you imagine? It was just a shoe-in. And the reason it was a shoe-in is because it was divinely orchestrated. It wasn't me, Dani Henderson. Oh, I am so great. I am Dani Henderson. Follow me. No, please do not. That's embarrassing. And that's not who I am. Who I am is a woman who is driven by passion and by love for our planet, for our humans, for our beings. And when I see the suffering from every country and every state and every city, every town, every village, and I see the corruption in all the systems on my planet, banking, the history of Earth, pharmaceuticals, medicines, government, politics, education, every single system you can imagine is corrupt and run by bum tards. Your time's up. That's what time it is. Your time is up. You failed humanity. You failed your brothers and your sisters. And now you are the minority. And the people of planet Earth, we are the majority. And when I say that, you can take that in any way you choose. That's up to you. That's up to you. Where I come from is love, honesty, cherishing each soul, each heart, each person on our planet. The event was held in Orlando, Florida. There's a lot of darkness in Orlando, Florida. There's also a lot of light and beauty. There's also a lot of history on our ancient planet that resides in Orlando, Florida, and Florida itself, herself. There's so much to say here that there isn't really time for. But during the event, which is held over 3 days, over 950 people paid for a ticket, paid for hotel rooms, paid for flights, paid for gas, paid for their kids to be taken care of, their pets to be taken care of, their conversations they had to have with family and friends as to why they were going to attend, the judgments that I admire you all. I am so grateful that you were there because you have no idea how important you all were and are. Those of you that were stopped by your governments, by your countries, I am so sorry, but guess what? Just by the very fact that you engaged with your hearts and your love, knowing the event was happening, your resonance also carried a fulfillment of prophecies on our planet. Beautiful, beautiful promises and prophecies of good and great times to come. You were part of it, even if you weren't physically there. Those that were lucky enough to be there, your souls and the souls of those that weren't there held and hold a resonance, a code, a coding, a codex, a signature frequency, an electromagnetic frequency, a biome, a blueprint that only you hold. Each person on the planet is an individual spark of the all, of the greatness. And those that were in the room, even the negative ones, and of course there were negative Nellies that came. I don't know if you realize that you were literally part of history. You were part of generating a historical movement, an event that has been recorded in the resonance of this beautiful planet, of our Mother Earth, of the body, the sentient body that we live on. It was for me, the most emotional, beautiful time I've ever been part of. And not because I put this on, not because I was the mouth. It wasn't about me, Dani, the human, the individual. It was about the collective. It was about us. It was about you. It was about you. It was about you and me coming together. The love in the room over those 3 days was so powerful. And the people in the room were all activated. Anything that we haven't dealt with, anything in our shadow selves, our darkness from childhood to in vitro being in the womb, to being born, to growing up with whatever was around, whoever was around, to going through toddlership, childhood, the teen years, the young adults, the older adults, and on and on. Everything and anything that we had not looked at or owned or tried to heal, that button was pushed. And I know you all felt it. There were some that came that were like, oh, I can't handle the energy or I have to go for a nap. That's beautiful. That was your soul frequency growing within you. That was you growing up in your frequency. There were a minority that only came to meet the speakers, that only came for their own personal gain. And that's okay too. You know, that's sometimes part of humanity. There were people that came that were extremely unkind and negative and told stories about their experiences. And, you know, we all were there to experience whatever it was we were there to experience. But what I experienced was growth, was joy, was love. I was so amazed at how many beautiful, benevolent, sentient humanoids were there, non-humans, beings from other parts of our solar system. Every single night, and before the conference and after, there were people filming at this hotel that we did the event at. The hotel is called the Doubletree Hilton by the Universal Studios entrance. There are so many people in the audience that were outside by the great fire. There's a great fire pit there, and there's these 2 towers where all the rooms are, and the conference center is down below. And there were so many ships. There was so much craft in the sky. There were so many lights, one light bouncing into 5 or 4 or 7. The proof and the evidence of otherworldly beings being there was everywhere you looked. It was outside, it was inside, it was around us, it was sitting next to you, it was sitting behind you, it was sitting 3 rows in front of you. I went to dinner with Star Force. I went to dinner with Earth Alliance. I had breakfast with people in agencies who are so full of love for us humans. I mean, there were some really negative, dark bots there. There were people that came and tried to do spellings. There were silly people that thought they could do the pentagram across the audience. One thing we all should know, there's a saying that I learned from a mentor of mine. His name is Dr. Chris Lemon. He told me years ago, like 2001, Dani, greatest energy wins. So when you're in a room full of people, over 900 at that point on the event, the Galactic Spiritual Informers Connection, when you're in a room full of that many people who come with the majority intent to love, to learn, to grow, to be with their star brothers and their sisters, to be with other humans who've had experiences that nobody believes. Everyone, the higher resonance was love. If you couldn't be in the room, it was because you couldn't connect to that love. If you had to have a break here and there, it was because your body was assimilating to the energies and the frequencies in that room around that love vibration. It was beyond. It was beyond my expectations. My expectations were that each of the speakers would bring their disclosure, that they would bring their truth bombs, and they did. And it was so beyond incredible, because even though I knew a lot of the content that they would be sharing, and I said to them, bring it. We're in a safe place. You don't have to be worried about censorship. Bring it. They spoke in so many different tones and so many different layers of vibration, all of them, that some people in the audience missed some of the information that was coming, and that's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Most people have heard of Thoth, Teote, Jehuti, one of the ancient Egyptian scribes, one of the ancient gods that we hear about. Under Florida, we had from a beautiful man who is known as JP. JP works for the army, for the military. And he is a very good long-term friend of Dr. Michael Salla, who was a speaker at our event. And JP shared information on him going on a mission under Florida, going to a forested area, going with his crew, his team, and going underground. And there are many underground, not just facilities, not just military facilities. You know that, right? You know there are hundreds and hundreds of miles of underground earth military DUMBs. They're called DUMBs, deep underground military bases. You know that, right? It's not news. You know about the secret space program, don't you? You know, the militaries on the planet work with secret operations or private operations, not so private now. If there was one single item that I would say to every human on the planet who doesn't believe in off-world activity, are you joking me? Mate, are you actually joking me? Let me help you out. You know we have a space station, don't you? We built a body of technology that we launched off the planet where people live in, Russians, Chinese, English, French, etc. You know that space station? You can sometimes lie on your back and see it passing over. You know that, right? Well, then of course you can understand there are other craft technology off planet, not that we're all told about it, but I'm going to tell you about one that is so common knowledge amongst many factions. All you have to do is write in the words in your internet browser, solar, S-O-L-A-R, warden, W-A-R-D-E-N, solar warden. That's all you have to do. That's it, nothing else. Be a Christian, be a cardinal, be a bishop, be a nun, be a teacher, be a mum, be a dad. be a person. Just do it. Solar warden. And then you will see that there is a military craft shaped like a funny looking rocket that sits just above Earth's atmosphere, just here. And it's patrolling the planet. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's not a UFO. It's not an alien craft. It's a military craft, and it's there to protect this planet. It's been there a very long time. It's not new news. It just might be new news to you. And that's all right. It's all right. You know, we all get to the information when the time is right. So all of you always criticized and said, oh, no, no, we can't possibly be that. Darling, come on. Come on, John. Come on, mate. It's time. It's so simple. It's so easy. We humans, God, we are so brilliant. We are so beautiful. We are so clever. We are so royal. We are so designed in such a way that we have these incredible gifts and we have these incredible abilities. You didn't get them from your mum, your dad, your bishop, your teacher, your best friend. They just came innately with you in the body that you were born with, in the DNA, the blueprint that you were born with. You are beautiful. Now, you might be a bit messed up here and there. You might be a bit psychologically damaged. Who isn't? Who isn't? There isn't a person on your planet who doesn't go through trauma, violence, hardship, sadness, grief. We don't get to escape that. But what we do get to escape is the authority above us, the systems. The systems are designed to keep you enslaved. And at this point, if you don't know that, then you don't know that. And that's all right too. You know, you cannot make someone get to information until they're ready to, if they're ever ready to. You're always going to get people that say, oh no, the Bible tells me this, and no, my dad said this, and my mum, and that's all right too. You do you, boo. You do you. But I say, whatever, Trevor, it is time for you as an individual, for me as an individual, for us as individuals to really look in the mirror and give love to ourselves. Because you know what? Love is the greatest currency. If you want to look at trading currency, it's love. It's always been love. It's always been about love. When you are forced and pushed down into fear, you cannot always feel the love resonance. The love resonance, that electromagnetic frequency that expands from you, is your protection. See the earth here? See that beautiful light around her? The beautiful atmospheric glow she has? You have that around your body. And the more that you fill up your inner body with love for you, the brighter and brighter and deeper that love resonance creates itself to be. And nothing and no one can come in. Nothing and no one can disrupt you. It can break you, can ruin the barrier of love that you are. There were people at the conference who only came to network, and that's fine too. Good luck. I hope you made a lot of connections, and I hope that you go on to share your experiences and be loving and be kind and be honest that you got triggered, that you got annoyed, that you got, oh, what is that energy? That energy was light and love trying to come into you, trying to bless you, trying to help you expand. And some of us, because we're so programmed, it's not me, it's not me, it's not me, it's them, it's outside of me, it's always outside of me. Really? Was it all outside of you? Or was that you trying to not look at your shadow self, at your wounds? It's tough. I know it's tough. As a therapist, there are so many free hours and hours and hours of free techniques on my channel that I gift you. And I do private sessions, not till next year. I'm booked up until next year. But there are so many free sessions on my channel to help you breathe, to give you anti-stress techniques, to give you anti-anxiety techniques, to help you look at your beautiful self, because you are so beautiful. Oh my goodness, the galactic and spiritual informs connection was just so beyond anything. It was so beyond the vibrancy of love. It was so beyond an inner journey that most people go on. The speakers, Elena Danan, Alex Collier, Dr. Michael Salla, Chris O'Connor, Jean-Charles Moyen, Laura Eisenhower, Ketsa Shah, Asha, Sherry Diffband, Tony Rodrigues, Brad Olson, and others. There were 14 speakers, and each of them brought a piece of the puzzle of the full and true history of our planet. They really did. And there were people that didn't know what the other one was going to talk about, because I said, please bring it, just bring it, bring it all, it's time. And we'd listened to one speaker and they all had their presentations prepared already. And the dovetailing of information that just came in to play, it was extraordinary. It was extraordinary. The audience, as long as I live, I will never the audience, you guys were just beautiful. You were just full of love, full of vibrancy, full of yourselves, full of soul connections, full of heart connections. It was beyond, it was so emotional, and I don't know how I'll ever get over it. It was just so beyond beautiful. And I walked up and down many times, playing to music, getting everyone going and just connecting heart to heart, eye to eye, soul to soul. And all I can remember is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people just smiling, just beaming, just joyous. It was, and everybody was free. They were all free to express. There was no order. There was no guardianship. There was no expectations. It was just a free for all to express. And we're still going through hundreds and hundreds of emails and online posts, people saying, I'm forever changed. I'm forever changed. My life has changed. I'm still unpacking. I'm still sorting out my feelings. I'm still exhausted. I am still in process of what that was. There's so much more I could say, and I haven't had a chance to come on my channel by myself and to thank each and every one of you individually for everything that you sacrificed to come. And I know it was a lot for some of you. I met people who sold a car, Diane in England, Trevor, who sold land, people that really, really just gave their all to be there. And your effort, your love, your passion for life and the true history of our earth did not go unseen. I don't know how many of you that were there that noticed the beautiful ETs in the audience, the resonances, the cloaked, the uncloaked, the outside ships, daytime and nighttime, that many of you got footage of. It was truly, I don't have the word. I really don't. Like at the end of the conference, my whole brain went blank. It was just a moment. They just stopped. It just finished. We were just giving Alex Collier a Lifetime Achievement Award. There's no award bigger enough for that man, Alex Collier. 32 years of disclosure, of being harmed and threatened, as many of the speakers have been. We had to have armed guards, armed security. There were so many people, beings that did not want this to go ahead. And of course, we forged ahead because that's what love does. That's what truth does. Truth is like water. You're never going to stop the flow. You're never going to stop the flow, ever. Alex Collier made his final public appearance. It was very moving. It was very moving. So to everyone that came, thank you so much. I send you so much love from my heart to yours. For those that wanted to come and tried to come, oh my God, there were so many people that were stopped. I am so sorry for your shitty, horrible, governments and airports and laws and this and that. Your efforts, your light, your energy did not go. It was not wasted. You were too part. Oh my God, I've got so many goosebumps. You too were part of this extraordinary movement. This movement to love, for us, for all of us, to stand together shoulder to shoulder. Let no one be above another. Let everyone who resonates in love, that loves humanity, that loves our planet, our beautiful planet, come together and keep moving forward like a tsunami of love, because we are love. At our core, we are love. For those that wished the event to be not, I send you love. For those that criticized and made posts and complained and said horrible things, you just showed who you are. I send you love, not patronizing, and you don't need to accept it. I don't care either way. I just say that from my soul, because we all move through life. We're all wounded. We're all healing from something. When a collective such as that happens, something extraordinary takes over. Something bigger than all of us took place. All of our souls, the signature, the codes, the codex, the codices, the signatures, whatever you want to call it, they were all on point. You were all part of this historical event, and it will keep on rippling and rippling and rippling and rippling out as we take back my planet, your planet, our planet. It was beyond. It was beyond. And I thank you all so much. Sending you so much love. Keep doing your do. Keep being strong. Keep telling your truth. Keep trusting your experiences. Keep growing with them. You don't need validation from somebody else. The journey is only within, and it is the hardest journey. We all want to know, who am I? Am I this? Am I that? Loving internally, connecting to that little one inside of you, your inner child, your little boy, your little girl inside. You start there. Start healing that little one. Rise up to the adult that you are now. Connect all the energies together. And when you've done that, you will see the beautiful weaving of your soul coming together. Your Caduceus, your beingness, blending and healing. I am Dani Henderson, and I'm so grateful to you, even if you know nothing about this and you're just watching. Thank you to everyone there. There are too many people to thank personally, but you are all amazing, you are all special, and you all matter. I'll see you soon. Sending much love.